Hello. So I'm going to do this review of this replay. As you state, you are in bronze level. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but I will try to do my best. What I'm going to do is first to review the whole game, then look at your comments and give my input on what I think that you have done or not, according to what you thought you've done, if it's what the right call or not. So first of all, looking at the map, it's Praxis. Uh, merci. So it's Praxis. You are playing ATC on the blue team. So what is the strength of your team? You have a really good solo laner. Lyric is also good, so that's a good thing. You can have one top, one bot, and have the three other who do rotation. Um, Uther is a really good healer, especially with ETC, but is not really good against sustained damage. If Varian goes Twin Blade, then maybe it can be a problem, but I don't think it is anyway. So good choice from him. Lyric isn't a really good solo tank, but since you have EDC, that's a good composition. Gul'dan deals a lot of damage. You have more synergy with other supports than Uther, because Uther can't really heal him to give him more mana. But Gul'dan can work alone anyway. So I really like your composition, especially for Bones. It's like really good, I think. On the other side, so you have Tyrant solo support, which means that they don't have a lot of heal, but they have extremely high damage. Because it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 assassin, maybe 5 if Varian goes Twin Blade. I definitively prefer Taunt on Varian, but I know that lots of players prefer to play Twin Blade, especially in the lower ranks. Arcanist isn't at all a solo tank, but he is a good bruiser. He's good on top lane or the solo lane, because in fact there is no real reason why we play solo on top on Praxis. It's mainly just convention, especially since the map is symmetric, but this point is symmetric to this one and this one to this one, which means that normally one team have an advantage to be solo top on the other solo bots. I don't remember what is exactly the math. So what are the strengths of blue teams? They have a lot of damage, so they need to do really quick engage, which is not good for that map because that map is long-term fight. However, they have scary rotation. If suddenly someone is swapped by Artanis, the Butcher charge Tyrann Vandestan, you're dead. And obviously Liming can get value from this. So to sum up, I really like your composition. Gul'dan is extremely good both to take the points and to clear the wave if ever you lose them. Their composition is much more explosive and they need to snowball because they are not really good at taking points, they are not really good at clearing waves, but they can get random picks really easily. So as long as you play safe, you should win. If you do a lot of mistakes, then they will be able to punish you extremely hard, especially since there is a butcher. So you should really try to not die in the early game. Okay, so now it's time to start the game. Yeah, Talons. I will increase speed. My shortcut again. Yeah, sorry, I forget what I put as shortcut to increase replay speed. Okay. So Yeah, all talent have been picked. I will just look at yours. So you took Progrock, which is really good. It's easy to stack on this map. You may have considered what's the name? I can't access the talents. Okay, I don't remember his name, but Block Party, I think, to counter the auto attack of Butcher, and yeah, nearly all of them have good auto attack and slow AA speed, which is important for Block Party. So, okay, use an Lyric Top. That's fine. I think it's better if it gets low, but it's totally fine. And all the rest, but okay, so it's not normal that you're back, especially against Gul'dan. If you think that he is way too far forward, you should be at least over there to be able to slide if ever they engage you or if Artanis swap him. You could also be in this bush to get vision. Sorry, I need to slow down that. Yeah, that's good. You should have wait a bit before using your W because it was standing on top of the gas Lostan. I will just look at it again. So you see. So you wait, and if you try to go there, you bump it. Anyway, it's dead, but he may have survived that. So you are 4 but, and there is no one against you. As you can see, there is 3 people top. How do I select the vision? One, yes, that's good. As you can see, there is 3 people top, which means that either you do a rotation top to help him, but it will be too late anyway, I think. So you just hope that he will not die on ping retreats, and you force a fight there. You should get immediately 1 tower. You go in front, since you are the tank, you can do it. You take the shot, and Gul'dan with, or maybe Gazlo, hopefully both, will destroy a tower. You ping the tower, you move forward. You know that you can do it safely because you are 4 versus 2 at versus 1 at most because Artanis is dead and Liming was there, but it's only Liming in front of you, and you know that she's a bit that she took damage just a second ago, so it's not really a threat for your team. Okay, so Leoric died top. Uh, Not a real problem that he died. The problem is that you are going to lose XP, those 6 million. But anyway, it's too late. So what you should do is to trade. You can even type it on the chat. Don't use yours later. You may need it later. Just try to move using your foot. It's better. So Gul'dan choose to go top. Unfortunately, it's too late because the minion wave is already dead and Leoric has already revived. Which means that now you are only 3 and there are 2 top, but it's not really stupid because this means that he is going to stop the push that they are doing. I think it would have been better if he stayed bots to trade because you were going to get more value, but you can't really expect that without voice com. That's good, you get tower on the... It's not really needed to get the door that early, because if what you want is XP from the tower, it's better to hit the tower, but never bad to do so. You retreat a bit too fast. You could have been like, if Uther is there, somewhere like that, so you can always slide to help him if need be, even if you are effectively saying that you want to move back. That is good. not sure that you can stun him. Ah yeah, good call, good call. So top is good, 2v2, bot is 3v3. However, as you can see, Uthar has not a lot of mana, so you should be careful and don't try to engage. Nice. But your charge slot, you should exploit that later and try to punish it. To punish him. Go to the left, try to go to the right, and it's not Uthor's job. So you are 3v3. There is no Gazlowe turrets. Gazlowe has no mana, so I think you should try to back, especially since they already took the top. Good slide. Yes, that's nice. Fontaines. You can get it back. It's not possible, so you just, for example, move into that bush or just there. You wait for the XP of this minion wave. That's all. You can do more. Don't try to lose else by getting poked. Okay, so there is one death top, it's not really good. I like your positioning. Good. So what are you going to do just now? Gazlowe is bad, he should be able to handle it alone, so I think it's better if you do a rotation top immediately. Especially since Gul'dan is already there, you can ping your rotation, yes, he's going top. So move as soon as you can. Really good decision making. Just a tip, because apparently you didn't took your talent. Oh, it's just a graphic bug. It's just a graphic bug. Yeah. So, good peel. Yeah, I don't think you could have done much better anyway. The fight was split. So it's good that there is one top for the XP and you should push all the other, but since it was 2 deaths, yes, 2 deaths, can't really do more than that. The fort is done, so going top is a good call, because you will not be able to get like the opening door, I don't think so. So you must go top to defend it, or be ready to go to do a rotation to save Gazlowe if ever they want to gank him. I don't think so, since there are already 3 top. Okay, so Lemming is bad. I don't exactly agree with we are tank here, because you may have more, yeah, you have more sustain. Yeah, sorry. No, I agree. However, you just have to know that you can go hiking quest and don't at 10. It's totally possible. Just surprising that he took Warbringer, especially against Gul'dan. I don't understand, especially also against Gazlowe. Yeah, you mostly have magic damage. It's really strange. Eric feed a lot, but you can't do anything about that. So, there is still a lot of Zerg. Gaslow is doing a lot of work with... Who's with him? Uther, I think? No. Yes, it's Uther. And you may even get a gate. They're retreating, so I think you should already rotate like this pass probably, since you have vision on 2 enemy heroes, so you can do the rotation over there. Yeah, don't stay top, you can do anything there, and they are going to gank those 2 heroes. And normally it's to death, and it's really important to not do that because there is a butcher. What is Gaslo doing? Okay, I don't know what Tyrann is doing, and I think he will survive. Did he took the slow? Okay, so if I have the slow, maybe he can survive. Yeah. I'm not sure that you really want to engage him, because if he is not stupid, it's not the case, but he could have killed Gaslow by focusing him really fast. Since Gaslow has not a lot of health, a lot of regen, but not a lot of health, and he may try to trade. So Varian is doing nothing, you get a 4th top, that's pretty good. You are nearly 10. At 10 you may want to regroup and to do something. Oftentimes the best call is to get 4th, but you already got 2 of them. So probably sieging bot keep. I don't know if it's possible to organize that in bronze, but I think it's what I would like to do, so I would type in chat. Okay, try to rush bot keep at level 10. Anyway, I really like what you are saying in the chat. It's really friendly extra, and this will increase your chance of winning. Before level 10, it's more important to get XP than nearly anything else. So if there is 1 people who get that, it's okay. If there is 2 people, it's okay. But if everyone is doing 1 comp at the same time without getting XP, it's probably not what you can get most value. I say that you should try to get this cap. The next Zerg wave is going to be top, so maybe opening this gate is also really good value. When you are doing camp, there is 5 people, you don't do a lot of damages, etc. It's often time much better to, for example, go there to get the vision. If they try to invade, you ping attention. I can't access to my things. Yeah, you ping the one ping. You move that way for safety, or this way if you are fast enough, but don't take any risk. So your team will be able to react way better than if suddenly 5 of them are coming from this bush, for example, coming from the booth. So you know that there was 1 comes there and 1 comes there that was just taken. So there is at least 1 enemy bot. So at most there is 4 people there. Move that way. So you will be able to catch him. By moving left, you are not able to catch him. Or your team not able to follow you. Oftentimes you move a bit too much to the left, and you don't protect your teammate when you try to retreat. I think you should be a bit more aware of that. You have 10. Did you... No, you still have not taken your ultimate. The best way to do that is either to use default control key, so control 1 to take Marsh I think, and control 2 for stage dive, or it's a reverse, I don't remember. I've remapped them. But by using the shortcut, you will be able to take it nearly instantly. Slide Mosh Pits. There is 3 of them there, so you can mosh them. You already have used this charge, so it's off cooldown. I don't remember if Tyrann already used her stun, and Living have still no interrupt. So you can do 2-man mosh pit, or maybe just a bit more, because I think that you will be able to get probably 3. What can interrupt you is Butcher and Tyrann, so you must take 2 of them unless they have already used their stun. Will decrease the speed of the fight. I don't know what Lemming have done. Yeah, really good team fight. You should do something. Boss maybe is a good call, because in not that much time you will have the both beacon, and during the time that they kill the boss, you will be able to get probably the full Zerg wave. Yeah, really good call. So it's a bit complicated. Your team didn't understood what they have to do, and at least Gul'dan is dead. But it's not your fault. Gazlowe, I think he's going to survive, because he was pretty good at fleeing the rest of the game. Yeah. Okay, so that's not good at all. Yeah, you should just back, you have no mana. You can't really do a lot of things. Yeah, okay, better. Sorry. I think you have better vision than me. Yeah, someone needs to clear bot. Not sure it's you, but someone needs to do it. Your Gul'dan doesn't have Horrify. Anyway, I don't think that bronze people are able to use it effectively, but this means that you have no way to protect himself. You must absolutely protect him. This ultimate is generally considered bad, but it's pretty good to siege enemy. So probably you can get some value with it. Against Tyrann, you can't really be aggressive, because normally you shouldn't be able to kill her, and she should be able to damage you way more than you can do back. So yes. Just try to be sure that she doesn't take the point, because you don't want the top one, so there is no real need to take this one as long as they don't want it. Gul'dan should be dead, because I think that there is probably 1 or 2 enemies there. But this Butcher have charge with nearly no health left, so I'm not sure. Maybe Butcher is going to die before. No, he's dead. You don't move when there is mark. Is that in that case, ping retreat. So you know that he's dead. You know that you're not going to get this point alone. So move back, wait Leoric, and then probably re-engage. But don't try to deal damage to them. This match fit isn't really going to do a lot of things because Leoric can't kill any of those two. It's not possible. You don't have enough damage. So you're not going to get a lot of value of this match fit. And both of you are going to die. Only you. That's good, but you should never have used much there. It's strange what's going on there. The rotation of your team is not good at all. Yeah, what I can say in the last minutes that when he dies you should have backed, but I don't think you could have done more. Good call. Really risky, but no, even if he died, it was worth it. Okay, so Twin Blades. Yeah, Twin Blades. Variant Twin Blades deal a lot of damage in 1v1, but other than that is completely useless. So in teamfight, you are way better than them. 5v5 teamfight, you will always win. So try to regroup. Especially since now you have pressure, but you should just walk as 5. You can save him. If he is going to die, but I don't think it's the case, anyway you can save him. You are a bit too far. So you should move to the right to protect Gul'dan and maybe kill Tyrant. But anyway, this is a lost cause. So now it's 3v2. Try to back. Try to back or secure a kill on Tyrant. The bump was really good, not the slide, because now you are way too exposed and I think that you are going to die, which is even more mid-stack for Badger. Perfect. Really good chat. I don't think you could have done better than the bump. And it's his own mistake to be that far forward. Gul'dan is really far forward because he wants to deal a lot of damage to the Zerg, and he wants to use the corruption. And you can't help him if ever they engage him. So once again, if you want to go back, ping back, and stay just there. There is no need to go bots in the bottom of the fort, because you can't do anything alone. And they may much more probably go this way than this way to kill Gul'dan. the slide wasn't necessary. Really, really, really good. I just don't die. Get the globe. There is two people top. All of your DPSs are there, so just stay with them. Ideally, what you want is to do rotation. 4 people going probably the aggressive way there and killing them from the back, but without voice cam, I don't think that it's a good idea. Yeah, especially since Gul'dan is mostly doing his thing alone. So you know that, so it's better to do rotation this way if you want to go this way, but I think you should have been with those two. Because Gazlo, what he's going to do? Probably camps, yes, it's what he's doing. Uther, what he's going to do? Soaking, nothing more. You can get value on this side. Those two are going to overextend, looking at what they are doing currently. So they are going to get ganked on the May die, even if you are 5 with 3, and 2 of them is top. Yeah, once again, when you are doing camps, just get the vision. Gazlo can do it alone way much better than you, but he's not good at getting vision. He's extremely good at getting vision because he's able to flip with by using his slide, have his bump, and he's really tanky anyway. Why are you so far from Gazlo? I didn't get the beginning, but either you get vision and then you are able to flee back, or you are next to the people you want to protect. This was pretty good. The slide on the bump, it definitely saved your Leoric. But now there is him, who's probably going to die if you don't help him. No, you don't have your stun, you don't have your bump. I'm not sure you can save him. So going back is probably the right call. Yeah, you can do anything. So just back, just back. Leoric came back. It's not a good idea, and there is lots of them, and you're probably going to die. Yeah. This is 10 mid stack for the Butcher. I totally agree with Gul'dan. But Uther didn't get the memo. You don't deal damage. Nearly no damage at all. You shouldn't be the one who hits the, the boss. It will not change anything anyway. And there is Gul'dan alone there. Without you. You should be with Gul'dan. Okay, Gul'dan dies because you weren't there. It's your fault. It's something that you could have helped. Butcher is going to charge between 3 of you. He knows that there are other people, but you may want to stun him as soon as you have finished the charge to try to kill him. I want to see if you had the slide cooldown. Oh, by the way, don't use the slide when you don't know if you may need it in a short time. You know that there are enemies there, so you may need it. Don't slide. The only moment you want to use slide on minions and stuff is, for example, when you are on a 3-line map, you have vision of on all enemies, and you are just side-sucking with stage dive, for example. And you know that you are not going to stage dive in a short time because there is no objective at that moment. So he dies. But you charge. And you have the stun. Look. There is 2 stuns there. If you stun him, and you position at the right place, you will probably be able to bump him back into the stun, probably into 2 of them, and he will get way too much damage for him, and probably you are going to be able to kill it. Instead, what are you doing? You're all blinded, so you nearly don't deal damage. Yeah. And you slide in the middle of the enemy team. So 3 of them are going to focus you. Even if you are a tank, they are able to kill you. And Butcher wasn't at all it wasn't at all a problem for Butcher, the 2 stuns that were there. And both of you died. Either you stun him when he was in the middle of the 2 stun, or you back off. You don't try to slide in when there is no DPSs. What Kozlo is doing is stupid. There is four people, and nothing can get value by going outside. He survived the last 3 or 4 times when he was completely out of position, but this time he didn't succeed. Good reaction of the enemy team. So they have full Zerg wave. And 4 of you are dead. It's going to be complicated. I think you are going to lose the keep. Okay, so Uther is safe. What is it doing? He should be waiting on core. Yeah, good mush, but yeah. What you could have done is not die there. Other than that, it's your team which is going lemmings and die 1 by 1 instead of waiting. But your core is safe. He's not really going to take damage anyway. The enemy team is 20. It's going to be really hard. A 3 level lead on the 20 upgrade. You shouldn't be able to win a team fight. Yeah. Okay, so to sum up. Before level 10, your team was going really well. You even got 2 forts. You didn't succeed to get boss, which was a problem, I think. Main problem of that game. Because Gul'dan and Kozlo went up, 2 of you died to get boss, and Gul'dan died top. So 4 dead for literally nothing, where 0 of you should have died because you had 10 and not them. And everything starts snowball from that point. So in that game, you had good advices in chats, correct rotation, good use of your W in general. What I disliked was when you try to go back, you go back a bit too fast, and you were not able to protect the other people. You did a bad mosh pit on top when there was only you and Leoric to follow it. So basically just Leoric. It was after someone else died against Butcher and Artenis. So obviously neither of them were going to die, so you basically throw Mosh Pit for nothing. But there was Gul'dan that was going on the point because he thought that it was really important to get it as up instead of defending the boss. I'm not sure about that call, but it's okay. And you were defending the boss instead of moving to the point. So he died, and then everything snowballed to the end. So yeah, I think the mosh pit there, the trying to protect people when they are fleeing, and taking vision during comms, during taking objective, etc. It's what you should improve, but generally yes, you didn't have that much way to save that game. It's, in my opinion, it was not your fault, but obviously you could have done better, and it's what you are asking. So now I'm reading what you wrote. You were doing pretty good up to 350 in particular. Yeah, I totally agree. Pills was good most of the game. Yeah, yeah, it was good at the beginning. I agree. Uh, yeah, if you do W which splits Merc, it's not what you want to do. You want to push them. I think I can't move the camera. Yeah, I can still move it. Now the camera is locked. I don't know why. What I wanted to say is that, yeah, let's say that the butcher on the catapult is mercenary. If you go to side and use your bump, you are going to deal damage. No, or over there, you are going to deal damage to both of them while keeping them together. So it's better than going in the middle and push both of them away. You don't want to use Uther Hill to heal you. You want to use Uther Hill to save you. Malfurion heals you. Uther saves you. It's not exactly the same because a good Uther wants to keep all of his heals, or at least his Q, save people, so he should not be able to give back a lot of health to people, especially the tank when he have a way to heal himself. Yeah, it's much better for Uther to use his W on the whole team whenever he can and save the Q, because it's someone is going to die to any engage of any of them if he don't have his Q ready. You correctly understand that it's Gul'dan and Gazlowe who deal most of the damage. Lyric isn't bad, but it's effectively Zeus 2 deals most of the most damage. At level 10 you pick Mosh Pit, I agree. Anyway, Stage Dive can be good on that map, but you oftentimes should be at least 4 in a rotations. So there is no really need for a side soccer like in 3-9 maps, or you can side sock with CTC and still be there in any team fight with Stage Dive. So I totally agree with your heroic choice. You effectively, you also figure that you have a lot of AoE, which is really good to follow Mosh Pit. That's good. You obviously know that this is Zeus 2 who deals AoE damage, so the Mosh Top should never have existed. But there is good understanding of the game and good understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. Um, yeah, you're speaking about really good team fight that was top when you were 10 on that Sam. Just before you completely failed to get the bus. Um, yeah, maybe the merge could have been better, but it was okay. Yeah, exactly. If you had Gaza or Gulen, it would have been so much better. Was this a poor trade? Yes, totally. Totally, it's not your fault that it was a poor trade. Um, but you should have backed and forget about the boss. Boss is not like real added value. It's nice, but not game winning. However, losing 3 people, two because of the boss and one top because there was no one defending them, was so much worse than getting a boss. You weren't, yes, you were at risk of invasion because you were too slow to get the boss because both of your damage dealer weren't there. So effectively they could have um, invade, but it was much better for them to kill the two on top, which were completely overextended because they were obviously not sure at all that you were doing boss. But Tyrann should have scored that. I don't remember if she have done it. Okay. You were speaking about the merge pit top. You were late on terrible engage. Totally agree. You understand it, so nothing I can really add. And you forgot that he took Entomb. Uh, Even if you had merge, you were not going to kill any of them. You say that Gazlo's push didn't help, but I it was really risky and they shouldn't have succeeded, but getting a cape was probably the best that you could get in long term, unless you get like a full Zerg wave and finish the game. You say that at 10:45 you overcommit to build save to try to save Gul'dan. I don't remember if it's there to against when there was boss and he goes to take the point, then try to go back extra, or if it was over there. No, over there it was Leo. Yes, there was Gul'dan there and Leoric trying to flee. I think you should have just flee. And I think it's what you're speaking about. Mm, I don't think you could have saved it. Ah no, no, no. It what was but because just after you say that at 12 you were taking those marks and rotating there and you saw them. Really good understanding at what on what was going out. Gone. You say that you were too late, but more importantly, you left Gazlowe defenseless. You've done it multiple times, and apparently you are able to understand that. So just try to understand to see it in game instead of just outside of the game. I think I have the same problem: too much knowledge, not enough application. Susceptible theory. Yes, as you said, you understood that your team is tankier, but you underestimate how much punishments the enemy team, and it's basically all the enemy team have punishments. At 14, Uther died, but you didn't ping back the B button by default when he died on top. About the last march, I don't know. I don't know if you should have waited for gas or not. I'm not sure. I'm I'm not sure in the meaning that I'm not sure if it was already too late or not. Yeah, so looking at your own review, you get most of the game, I think. In terms of micro play, when you are going to commit to Marsh, look at the minimap because you have wider vision than your regular screen to know where is your team and to know where is your DPS to be absolutely sure that you are going to be followed up. And when you are moving next to someone of your team, be always ready to peel for him, especially when you are moving. When during team fight it was good, even sometimes very good, but not when you were moving, especially retreating. And when you are taking Merc, try to get the vision. I think that's all, and I hope it was interesting for you as much as it was for me. Thanks.